it's a cop-out to say that we're going to, I absolutely agree with you, it's a cop-out to say we're going to put these algorithms that are ethical in the machines, and that's going to be all we need to do. If you don't have an ethical society, I think ethical machines are sort of meaningless. Yeah, we're moving right up to that point where this is all not hypothetical at all. I mean, people talk about the trolley problem, which is this notion of who should be killed when a car runs amok. But it probably is going to be true that there will be killing machines that are intelligent if there aren't already within the space of a decade. And there's an argument to be made, I suppose, that ethical weapons won't commit war crimes. I have a slight amount of sympathy for this. I had a fascinating conversation with a weapons designer in Silicon Valley who was designing smart bombs. And it turns out that he had grown up in France under the Allied bombardment in World War II. Actually, both sides were bombarding his village in France. And there was a particular bridge that they wanted to destroy. And during the course of this war, they bombed the entire village and they never got the bridge because the weapons weren't that accurate. And his argument for designing the smart bomb is that you could get the bridge with one bomb and you wouldn't destroy the village, which is perhaps not the right ethical argument. But it's a similar argument to the argument that people are making for AIs now, is that AIs won't commit war crimes. They'll just kill the soldiers. But I'm deeply skeptical that you can limit warfare. And I think that the United States, in pursuing this military system, which is based on drones and separates the killer and the victim, will ultimately change the nature of warfare in really horrific ways, potentially, in which all of civilian society becomes part of the battlefield. I think is the only possible outcome for this technology. It's another example of an unintended effect in future war. Not to mention the fact that since we seem to be engaged increasingly in asymmetric warfare, where we're fighting enemies who are not part of a nation state, once they have that technology, it will clearly be used in ways that we can only sort of speculate on today. Lots of people speculate. It hasn't happened yet. But if you go on YouTube today, you can see Syrian graduate students designing smart machine guns. You can see ISIS already deploying very simple off-the-shelf drones. That technology is not going to be controlled. It will be used widely. Probably not in good ways.